level conversations, where we take the deep conversations that you have behind closed doors and we bring them to the surface. It's me, your favorite host, Indy, aka It's Goddess to You, and I'm back with a dope episode. Today we're going to talk about a detachment. We really going to learn together about detachment. And this message is for me. It's for you. It's probably for your friend, your mama, your auntie, whoever it may be. This is what this message is for. So let's get into it. There's many attachment styles, and y'all, I'm not going to lie, I don't know them yet, but I do plan on learning them. I think I got a book on it for attachments or whatever. So I can't wait to read that book. But there's many different type of attachment styles. When you know your style, then you know how to deal with it. You know how to conquer the attachment and all the other type of stuff. But today we're going to talk about detachment, because as we all know, there is people, places, and things, and these people, places, and things are placed into our lives either for a moment, a season, or a lifetime. That's it. And when we figure out what each person, place, or thing that we encounter, what they are here for and how long they're here for, I promise you, you're going to be easily able to detach from those things, right? So let's get into it. And when I say a moment, I mean, let's say you out, and a lot of us done went out before. We done went to a club or a restaurant or a bar or even some type of event where you socialize with someone and you can resonate with them on a lot of things. They may have answers to things that you have had questions deep down within yourself and that you haven't been able to talk about, and y'all just have a conversation and they're answering the questions within that conversation, and you like, oh my God, like, we can kick it, let's exchange numbers. That happens and you never talk to that person again. That's a moment. They were there for that moment. And in that moment, you got the answers to what you needed the answers for. Boom. You got the season. I say a season lasts about, no more than a year. This season, this person's placed in your life, or these things is placed in your life, or this job, or whatever the case may be, is placed in your life in order to help you with your change. When I say change, I mean your growth. Your growth in order to change during that season. Seasons change, and with each season there is some good and some bad and some ugly and some beautiful and things like that, and there's some change that we aren't basically able to adjust with, or there are some things that we need to get over in order to change, and these people, places, and things is placed in our lives for the season in order to assist us with making that step in that change. And then you have the people for a lifetime. These people are placed in your life because y'all are evolving together, y'all are growing together, y'all paths continuously align together, y'all add value to each other's lives. Y'all are just meant to spend a lifetime together. Like, this is your person or your people. This can be, like I say, a lifetime is like maybe a best friend, a significant other, like a spouse, a family members, things like that. Not all family members can come, but I'm talking about the ones that you continuously grow together and y'all are teaching each other something. So that's what that is. So let's keep it moving. We have to stop being married to everything. You're married to your job. You're married to your purpose. You're married to your person that ain't even your person. That person was here for a season. You're married to your garden. You're married to your some type of, I guess, a club that you always go to, and then they close down and you're I don't know. So you're married to different things that you should not even be attached to. You have to understand that everything is with God's timing. Everything is placed in your life. God placed it there for some type of purpose. We have to understand that. So we have to enjoy each person, place, or thing as we're supposed to enjoy it during that time. And we have to know when, okay, you know what? This time, this person's time is up. Or this place of work that I'm working at, its time is up because there's something better coming, because I have went to the next level. And this place, person, or thing is still at this level, and I'm now here. And we no longer growing together. So it's time to part ways. Thanks for the lessons. Thanks for the person, the purpose. Thanks for the reasoning of being in my life and me being in your life, and us assisting each other during that moment or season. We have to get that in our heads, because at the end of the day, we continuously attach ourselves to things, and then we are devastated and our lives fall apart when those things don't work out the way that we thought it would work out, when those things don't stick with us as we thought it was supposed to stick with us, when we don't get that promotion but we get laid off because we had it in our head that we done put in all this work in this job and these people and all these years, and we could never in our lives lose this because this is our life. This is what our life depend on, literally, like our bills, everything depends on this. So once you lose that job, your whole entire life just crumbles because you done became so attached to that you done lost the vision that God has placed in your life. You are sitting here, we sometimes get attached to people, and God has placed these people in our lives for that season to assist us with seeing ourselves sometimes, seeing those shadow selves that we always want to hide, and we hide in the shadow self, but that shadow self need to come out in order for us to bloom or blossom to where we need to be in order to allow us to rise to our higher selves. And we can't even do that because we aren't even facing our shadow selves and we're not healing. So God is placing things in our lives to teach us certain things in order to heal. And it may be hard lessons, and maybe sometimes we are so attached to different things. I can say I have been attached to a different person that I allowed my life to crumble and ruin because I was so attached to that person, because I had this in my head, like, I love this person so much, I can change this person. I have all these different things that I have going on with this person. This has been years. This is my person. This is the person I'm going to marry. This person's going to do better. And God is like, no, 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 no. This person is your shadow self. This person is showing you different things because, India, you're a people pleaser. India, you are a empath, and you don't even know that your empathy and your sympathy is causing you a lot of pain and stuff because you don't know when to use it or how to use it, when sometimes you can't be just continuously an empath. This person has no integrity. This person, when I say no integrity, a person with no integrity is a cheater. A person with no integrity is a liar. A person with no integrity is someone who has no morals or no values. This is a person with no integrity. This person has no integrity right now, and you're sitting here catering to this person and you're doing all these things when this person would sit here to teach you a lesson, to help you see certain parts of yourself that you may not like at all, and to grow from them parts, and to not be attached to this person, but to know when to detach in order to have a healthy lifestyle. We have to get out of these attachments to these things that aren't supposed to be a lifetime. I get it. We have different things, like I had different type of purposes. Like, y'all, I think I done went through about 5 purposes. Okay? I was supposed to be a model. That was my purpose. Okay? I was supposed to own a full service PR company. That was my purpose. I was supposed to be in human resources. I have a master's in business administration with a concentration of human resources. Okay? I'm not even in that. I'm not in that. And I can tell you something, I was attached to each and every last one of them things. And when something didn't go right with them things, y'all, I was devastated. Now what am I supposed to do? Oh my God, life is not what it's supposed to be. What am I supposed to do? What am I going to do? Where am I going to go? I can remember myself being that way when I was detaching from that person that I was with for so many years that I wasn't even supposed to be with. I could feel myself being that way, crying, sobbing, not even knowing how to wake up and put on clothes and wash my ass because I'm so depressed and stressed because I was so attached to something, and that attachment was so unhealthy that I didn't even know, oh, it's time for me to detach from this. I have to detach from this. This is not something that I'm married to. And we all have to get it in our heads. We have to know how to detach, the art of detachment. I think it's a book called that. I need to find that book because I need to read it. But y'all, we have to do better with these things. I'm just being honest. Like, there's so much things in this world that we are attached to, and that we don't know when it's time to detach, and it causes so much distraction. It causes so much demise. It causes so much, like, destruction, which demise is kind of like destruction, but y'all know what I'm saying, in our lives, when we are forced to be pulled away from something that we're not even supposed to be attached to anymore. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I feel like once we learn our attachment styles and once we get those down, then we'll be so much more better with detaching the way that we're supposed to detach. You have to look at certain things. You need to write down things that you know for a fact that you're attached to, and you know that if anything was to ever happen, your life will crumble. And you need to start figuring out different ways on how you can detach from that. You need to start off with yourself. Everything that makes you happy outside of whatever you're attached to. Start off with that. Start off with that. Then, if it's a job, you need to start off with figuring out different plans. Always keeping your resume updated. Always keeping other, because if you're not an entrepreneur, I get it, everybody isn't meant to be an entrepreneur. But if you're not an entrepreneur, or whatever the case may be, you need to start off with making sure your resume is updated. Always keeping other jobs in the loop, other careers in the loop, other companies. Always building different type of relationships with these people, just in case something was to happen. You always have that backup plan. So you need to figure out different ways on how to do this. You need to look within yourself, because that's the only thing that you should be attached to, is everything within you. You need to know you. You need to know what you're capable of. You need to know what you bring to yourself and to others, and you're able to be like, okay, I can detach from this. And in the moments and in those purposes and in those values, there's always lessons. Someone told me today that I need to, look at the lessons and everything. Not only that, but I listened to a podcast that said something about listening to a lesson and figuring out the lesson and getting a lesson out of everything, and quit looking at when something bad happens, quit looking at the bad, but looking at the lesson in it. Because there's always a lesson in everything, in every situation, and it may not be ideal. There's a lesson for you to learn in order to help you not go through that situation again, but also to help you excel within your life. Okay? So you need to figure out those things as well. As long as you're doing that, as long as you're loving on you and comfortable with you, and know that everything is going to always be okay. It may hurt in that moment, but it's going to be okay. And knowing how to deal with the emotions that come, and knowing how to get out of those emotions and everything that may come, and just knowing that those people were all a blessing that came into your life, or a lesson, because I had some great lessons, let me tell you. Like, and those jobs, the careers that you had is something else to put on your resume, and that when those doors actually close, when you get that in your head, when one door closed and 15 doors open, that's 10 times better than that door that closed, I promise you, detachment is going to be even more easier. We got to get out of that. We got to stop with the attachments. You got to know that you are amazing. You got to know that you are wonderful. You got to know everything that you bring to the table. You got to know your value. You got to know every single thing about yourself and love you so much that nothing can cause you to cause your demise, can cause destruction, can cause distraction, or they can change your life so significantly that you can't even function and that you lose yourself. That's what happens when you become attached to something that was only there for a moment and a season. You got to know the reasons behind people, places, and things. You got to know if they're there for that moment, that season, or their lifetime. Once you figure those things out and you continuously love yourself and continuously grow, then detachment will be easy. But we all got to stop being married to things that are only supposed to be for a moment and a season. Only marry the things that are supposed to be there for a lifetime. This is another episode of Surface Level Conversations. It's your girl, Indy, aka It's Goddess to You, and I hope that you all liked it. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. If I post a reel, please share the reel and also tag me when you share it. Please tag me. I just really want the follows. If your reel go viral and my stuff don't, kudos to you, but just let people know that it came from me, okay? If you have any type of, like I said, comments or any suggestions or anything to add to this episode, please do that. Engagement is very important for surface level conversations. It is. Because that's where my part twos come from. And if I have no engagement, I ain't got no part two. So y'all gotta start commenting. Y'all have to. Y'all gotta start engaging with me. Start liking it. Start sharing. You know what I'm saying? I be having a lot to talk about, but I be needing more. Okay, we need more to talk about. I be dropping some dope episodes and y'all just be sitting there. Y'all be sitting there. I be having people watching and don't even comment, don't like, don't do nothing. I mean, hell, dislike it if you don't like it. Do something. Give me some engagement. But yeah, make sure y'all turn on them notifications so y'all know every time I drop an episode. Again, it's your girl. Okay? I really enjoyed this episode. I hope y'all do too. Again, this is Surface Level Conversations, and I hope y'all have an amazing day. Peace, love, and light.